Okay.
I'm out of here.
Alright, Sayu, also known as Sonic the Hedgehog. She can roll, she can troll, she can also fit a bow, but she's probably in a hole munching quality rolls. Wow, there's a rhythm there, nice. Before we continue this video, we'll like to thank Wondershare DemoCreator for sponsoring this video. Wondershare DemoCreator is a video recording and editing software. That's right, you get to record and edit in one go, unlike the character and weapon banners in Genshin Impact. There's 3 modes for recording. E-recording allows you to crop and record videos with audio, webcam, and other recording tools like the drawing tool. Record screen allows you to record your whole screen and then export it as quickly as possible. Record game allows you to record your games or your windows in high quality. With the video editor, you can split clips, crop them, add text, add green screen effects, and add free animations from the store, edit the text, and much more. Here's an example on what I made with the program. So if you want to make high quality videos for your very own YouTube channel, make sure to download Wondershare DemoCreator now. There's also a giveaway for a 1-year free license for this software. To enter, all you have to do is comment down DemoCreator with a reason why you want this software under my pinned comment. But other than that, back to the video. Starting with her elemental abilities. Elemental skill, time to go fast. Sayu curls, achieving the absolute perfect form, then rolls, dealing animal damage to enemies. There's a press and a hold version, but we're only going to cover the hold version today because that is the only right way to play Sayu. When Sayu rolls into a ball, she absorbs the colors, giving you more variety when dealing damage. So that part's simple, but when you look at the attributes tab, there's so much shit going on. So let me explain. The first one is the damage you deal when you're rolling. The second part is when you're kicking. The third ones are just elemental damage bonuses on top of whatever move you do. Simple, right? Well, don't worry about it, because you're just gonna roll anyways. It doesn't matter. They're just all yawning noises. Elemental Burst, Pokemon. Sayu throws a Pokemon and gains an AoE range that's just as big as Coco Goat's. When you're within this AoE, Sayu's Pokemon will heal you if your HP is below 70%. But when it's higher, it starts to deal animal damage to whichever fool decides to step within the AoE. Also, Sayu's healing is based on her attack stat. Moving on to passive talents. Passive 1. When Sayu triggers Swirl, she heals all of your allies for 300 HP. You can also get some additional healing the more Elemental Mastery you have. This is triggered every 2 seconds. Passive 2. Your Pokemon now gains AoE for its attack and heals more characters. Passive 3. Bug Catcher. The crystal flies won't startle when Sayu's walking or running around them, unless you catch one of them. Then they'll run away like little Fun fact, so one of the main reasons why Sayu loves sleeping is so that she can grow taller. As most of you may know, Sayu's at the same age as Ayaka and Yoimiya, so due to her concerns of her height, she seeks sleep so she can grow taller. Moving on to Constellations. Constellation 1, ignore my entire description about Sayu's burst. Ha. Thanks, Mihoyo. Constellation 2, you can now stack Sayu's kick damage by rolling around longer, boosting it up to 66%. Constellation 3, your Pokemon evolves. Constellation 4, Sayu gains energy when she swirls, recharging every 2 seconds. Constellation 5, Speed. Constellation 6, your Pokemon can now use Elemental Mastery, increasing its damage by 400%. It can additionally heal you 6000 HP. Wow, that is really good. Wish I had it. Alright, artifacts. So for Sayu, I guess it really depends on how you're using her. There are several options. You can use her as an Animo battery / healer for Xiao if you don't have Jean, or you can have fun by just rolling around and screwing over people's lives. The choice is yours. Personally, since I love rolling around and screwing people's lives, I stack up Elemental Mastery for her Hourglass and Goblet, and because RNG is still full of shit, I just use healing bonus and pretend that I put it there intentionally. So piece sets. For beginners, instructors, exiles, or scholars, they're all good. For endgame, I like rolling around and screwing people's lives, so I go with the 4-piece Viridescent set since I'm going to scroll anyways. If you're going to use healing, then I recommend 2-piece Maidens and 2-piece Instructors. Fun fact, Sayu was born under the organization called the Shumatsuban, which is a secret organization under the Yashiro Commission, and Sayu is known to be most loyal to the organization. However, most of her traits are considered lazy since she uses most of her ninjutsus to stay off of problems and slack off as much as possible. Alright, so for weapons, Skyward Pride is probably the best weapon choice I guess, since the high base attack stat will help you with heals and damage, while the energy recharge lets you throw a Pokeball. The ability though isn't really for speed, so it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. There are other substitutes as well, such as Favonius and Sacrificial. You don't really have to rely on your abilities for the Favonius, and the Sacrificial lets you roll twice, but then again, Sayu doesn't need to activate her perfect form twice. People also use the Rain Slasher for extra elemental mastery, but unless you're using Electro or Hydro reactions for Sayu, I wouldn't really recommend it. So we come down to the aesthetically pleasing weapon, Samurai Claymore. I use this because it looks nice and the ability works nice as well. Now for teams, Sayu can be placed in a bunch of teams because she's Animo, so she can swirl with anything except for rocks. Sayu also has interruption resistance, but it's not always reliable. But if you actually decide to level her to 80, it might be. I'll never know because I'm saving my resources. Anyways, since you want something to happen while Sayu is speeding, it's probably better to have characters that can deal damage off field. Examples such as Xingling, Fischl, Kaya, Rosaria, Lisa, then lastly Xinyan. Yeah, she still exists, assholes. Also, I don't have to name them one by one, you probably know what they do if you have them, so. But I do want to mention that Swirl cannot crit, Superconduct does no damage, your Melt and Vaporize crit damage won't be coming from Sayu, and also Xingqiu and Beido's burst attack damage won't be proccing from rolling, so choose wisely. There are a lot of limitations. I'll give you some examples because I'm a nice guy. Basically, everyone is using Xiangling or Kaya with Sayu because Sayu can make sure their satellites hits your enemies most consistently. So I would probably build a team that's based around that. When you roll around with Sayu, you're most likely going to roll in circles, so you want your enemies close together so you can screw them over together. So CC would be nice if you have it. So Kaza, if you don't have him, then Sucrose. I wouldn't recommend Venti because the enemies will be above Sayu while she's rolling. If you don't care about all that, then I guess you can put Fischl for the red Sonic team, then place anything but Fischl on the light blue Sonic team. Or if you want, you can just fuse the two Sonics together, then melt the crap out of everything. That works too, and it's actually more free-to-play friendly. Make sure you have good energy recharge on your characters though. Also, Bennett works pretty great as well. I'm gonna give it a guess and say Sarah will work as well in the future, so how the f do you play Sayu? Just roll, man. Cast your entire team's burst in abilities, then switch into Sonic, roll in circles, and watch the magic happen. Yeah, that's really it. There's no tips, bro. Just fucking roll. Just roll, guys. Just how I roll out of this section of this video and say, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you did, make sure to subscribe if you want more. I also stream on Twitch often enough, but other than that, guys, hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.